Welcome to SCG's 2021 Public Policy Conference, Building Anew. My name is Layel Camargoto. I use they, them, theirs pronouns. I'm the Ecological Arts and Culture Manager at the Center for Cultural Power. I'm currently wearing a black t-shirt. I'm brown skin and gender non-conforming. There's a brown wall behind me and I got dark brown hair. If last year has taught us anything, is that we need each other. That even in a global crisis, our leaders cannot mobilize fast enough to meet the needs of everyone. I have been an advocate for frontline communities to the climate crisis for almost 7 years now, and I do it through art. As a filmmaker and a content creator, my biggest challenge is short attention spans. But to tell a good story, talking about the issue isn't enough. I need to be able to take my audience to a place of possibility and a new future. So if you have a future that you would like to share with us, comment it on the chat box below. Maybe it'll be an inspiration for my next video. When I was asked to speak at this conference, the video that came to mind was the Big C. So before we get into it, let's go ahead and watch it.
I'm here to spill the beans on the Big C. Fellas don't think it's real. Us ladies can't even talk about it. And for everyone in between and whatnot, forget about it. We can't even admit we have a Big C. But lucky for you, I'm here to help. I know everything that has to do with the big climate crisis. The climate crisis is a result of a highly abundant resource that is constantly extracted. Most people think that this resource is fossil fuels. In reality, it's not. This resource is people. This is Rita. Instead of using her labor to meet her basic needs, Rita ends up selling her labor to someone else who decides what to do with her time. Like most workers, Rita's boss decides what work she does, even if this work harms her body, the planet, and everything else that lives on it. Oh, and the cherry on top? Rita's boss doesn't pay her a living wage. Meanwhile, Rita is stuck in a cycle of trying to make money just to make ends meet. This exploitation is possible because of the lie that one group of people are worth more than others. And by taking ourselves and our labor out of the equation when talking about climate change, we perpetuate a twisted fairy tale that this planet and its people are here to exploit. That life, soil, water, and air are here to package, sell, consume, and dispose of. It's a consequence of the exploitation of labor that is used to extract fossil fuels. To get to the root of the problem, we first have to address social inequity in our relationship as people to the living world. Climate change is something that we'll have to weather together. We have to reclaim our labor in all of its diverse forms that celebrate our different bodies, cultures, and ways of living on planet Earth. It's not about going back. It's about remembering our way forward. It's about working together to solve the Big C.
So what did you think? Did you like it? This video was made in collaboration with artist, actress, and singer Antonique Smith, as well as with activist Gopal Dayaneni and my collaborators Jesus Iniguez and Ria Puri. I wanted to make this video so that we could start to complicate the conversation around fossil fuel extraction and the realities that we have a problem with labor exploitation in our country. And a lot of that problem is rooted on the ideas that a group of people are worth more than others. Your labor isn't something that can be commodified. It's what you do. Your body's constantly working to keep you alive. That's a form of labor. We take care of the people we love. That's another form of labor. So how do we start to shift our current mentality on labor in order to start eradicating at some of the exploitative practices that we have in this country? A big one is that we can start asking our governments to regulate big corporations more. That would allow for more unionized and cooperative businesses to thrive. Let's have a collaborative world, one where we all work together and put our minds together to solve problems and create a new world. Let's build a cooperative future, one where we're all taking action together and building something alongside each other so that we all gain the skills, the tools, and the knowledge we need to pass on to the next generations. This might seem a bit utopian to prioritize community, collaboration, and cooperative ways of living in order to survive the climate crisis, but these are our ancestral ways. This is how we got from the Homo sapiens to here. We've been doing this for eons. We just lost our way a little bit because of the dominance that white supremacy and capitalism has instilled in all of us. So if the Big C has taught you anything, it's that we need to remember our way forward. We need to think about how we can work together and collaboratively in order to survive this crisis. I believe that a new world is possible. I also believe that we each have a place in it. Everything from our governments to our economies to our individual actions. So please do your part. Help support our local governments in making the best decisions. Thanks again for participating and follow us at the Center for Cultural Power.